moving forward in the autumn of your life. Plan the autumn of your life, which the way I've done it.
Just the other day, I saw a very nice podcast by KP Singh on planning the autumn of your life. And I thought that it's a great topic for me to start a podcast on, planning the autumn of your life. The first person that came to my mind was Shalini. Shalini runs a really amazing Airbnb, and on TripAdvisor #1 Airbnb. And I thought I'll have her on the show. Hi Shalini.
Hi Sachin, thank you for having me on the show.
So tell me, how did you start on this journey of Shamnath Villa?
Well, we go back to 2008 and 9. This villa had been lying empty for almost 13 years.
Where were you in your life at that time? Your children, where were they?
My children were settled, married, the boys were out of the country, my daughter was married, I was a grandmother. I was never very much into a day social life, so I was running a blind school with 2 other friends.
Okay.
So somewhat involvement was there, but it was still not a full life. I knew I had the potential to do more. So my cousin, who runs the most amazing homestay in Himachal #1 called the Darang Tea Estate,
Okay.
used to keep pushing me, why don't you start? Your villa is lying empty, why don't you do something about it? And then my gracious sister-in-law, who lives in Birmingham, who's an ophthalmologist, and her late husband, Rick Roberts. And so I asked their permission that, do you think it would be all right if I took over this villa and ran it as a homestay? They were so encouraging, and in fact, the name Shamnath Villa was given by my late brother-in-law, Rick Roberts, who was a very well-known journalist in England.
Wow.
So this is how Shamnath Villa was born in 2008-9.
So what's the connection between Shamnath Villa and Shamnath Road?
Well, as I tell all my guests that I'm accidentally married into a very political Congress-affiliated family. And in those days, my husband's father was a freedom fighter, in and out of jail with Mr. Nehru and Mr. Gandhi for a long time.
Yeah.
Then after
So
1947...
Shamnath was his name?
Yes, he was known as Lala Shamnath.
Okay.
So he was the 3rd or the 4th mayor of Delhi. Then he was in the central government with Mr. Nehru as the cabinet minister for railways
Okay.
and information broadcasting.
So this road is named after him?
So he died in 1968, and because of his life that he had dedicated to the country, the road was, yes, named after him.
Wow.
So I'm accidentally married into
So
this.
Shalini, Shamnath, Shamnath Villa and Shamnath Road.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Yes, it is.
So tell me, what has been your life lessons from this? How has it changed Shalini as a person? And what is the inspiration you get from your work every day?
So when I started this guest house, I didn't know what I was looking into, what I was heading for. It was just a new chapter in my life. And when I started sitting down at breakfast and meeting the most amazing guests from every sphere of life, from academia, professionals, backpackers, artists, it opened a whole new chapter in my life. I was always very hungry for learning. So at that breakfast table, when I started imbibing how they looked at life, what they did in life, and then I proudly started sharing what India is about, what our culture is about. And I wanted to know more, which I hadn't done for all these years, so that I could share correct information from them. So I started reading more, started following more, not podcasts, but listening to people, so that I could share our culture, our heritage to so many foreigners who I've hosted, and I hope I keep hosting. And they went back from our country with another perspective, another view, with more respect of our country.
So it helped you to become the brand ambassador of India.
Kind of, for a few people that I host, yes. And I'm
Lovely.
proudly a very proud Indian, and I wanted to share everything that I was proud about with their pride of their countries that they belong to.
Wow. So tell me, what is a day in the life of Shalini? What time you start and what time you end, and how does the whole day go like?
So I'll just go back, when I got married at a young age of 21, very carefree, little spoiled brat. And I got married into a family where my mother-in-law was so educated for her days. I'm talking of 1973, she was 72 already. I couldn't beat her in Scrabble. I learned bridge from her. So one thing she instilled in my life was discipline. She said, you can never, even if you're a housewife, even if you're doing nothing, discipline is one thing that has to be part of your life. So that got imbibed. So yes, I do start my day with, I first go to the kitchen to see what is being done for breakfast for my beautiful guest house and my guests. Then I do an hour of yoga. Then I'm into the guest house. I sit
An hour
at the
of yoga?
breakfast table. Yes. That
You
has
do it
been-
by
I've been-
yourself or you have a teacher coming?
I had a teacher for 16 years and now we do it
16
on our
years.
own. Yeah.
Wow.
And if
So
I'm
do your
sitting
guests
straight,
also join you in the yoga?
sometimes they do.
Yeah?
Sometimes they have come because
Yeah.
I get a lot of Australians who are yoga teachers.
Yeah.
And they bring their groups of students.
Yeah.
So they love to join me or I learn from them sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So then I sit at the breakfast table, I interact with my guests. I learn a
This
lot.
is at what time?
This can be anything between 8:30 and 10
Okay.
because it's fluid time. But most of my
So you have
academic-
your breakfast with them?
I don't have because I have my breakfast after 10 because
Okay.
after yoga I'm very particular.
Okay.
But I do interact. They want to know, for some of them come with no plans. So I try and help them how to plan the day out.
So your
plan
breakfast
how
is
they-
your energy session of the day. That's
It
where you
is,
draw
it is
your
my
energy.
mental energy session
Yeah.
of the day because I've done the physical energy with my yoga.
And then after that?
So once I have a lot of guests who come without plans, help them to do their whatever they want to do during the day, holiday. And then I have my own life for a little while. I either go out for coffee with my husband or look at Ujala, which has been
What is
a
Ujala?
dream. So Ujala was started with my two very dear friends, Dolly, who is no more, and Neeru. And we started this school for the visually impaired in 2004. And we have at a time 33 to 35 boys who live there. We look after their education. We give them a healthy platform where they can study and get into the stream of life.
Wow.
So this has been our passion and our true happiness for the three of us for the very longest.
So this is also another part of the autumn of your life.
Yes, and my guest house funds that a little bit.
So coming back to your schedule, so after that you are there with your own life with Ujala and other things.
Yes,
and
and the
then
evening-
you have lunch.
Lunch at
At
2,
home?
2:30
Yeah.
if I'm home.
Yeah.
And then 4 o'clock sharp, according to the season, I go for an hour's walk where we have adopted all the strays at both the ridges.
How many?
So at the moment I have 32.
Wow, 32 dogs.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been a dog lover ever since I was born.
Let's go over and see them.
Yes, I will. I will send you the clips where we
Yeah.
feed our dogs.
Yeah.
We become vets, my friend and I. We both
Yeah.
are dog lovers. Like particularly one dog is an Augmentin because he was badly slashed by a barbed wire.
Yeah.
So they all have their names according to their physical attributes.
Wow.
Like there's Kajri, there's Kallu, whatever. And we love our dogs. So this is my life, which I love this part of my life. I look
Okay.
forward to my
What
walk.
time you're back from the dogs
So
and the
it
walk?
takes about an hour and 15 minutes.
That's also your walk and the dog feeding.
and the
both.
dog feeding.
Okay.
So 2 buckets of food that we make at home goes with us.
Wow.
And once I'm back, then I relax for an hour or so, and then I'm back at the guest house with my friends because a lot of my guests start dinner at 6:30.
Okay.
And I have a
And you
lot-
have dinner served from the guest house?
Yes, the dinner's cooked in our house.
Wow.
Because they love the home cooked Indian food. I have a lot of armed forces who I host, so
Yeah.
they love chatting with me too before they get back to their studies. And by 8:39, then I'm ready to.
But
Call
armed
it a day.
forces, is that, do they have some cantonment nearby?
Yes, they have a very big DRDO where they come for training, not
Okay.
armed training, but
Yeah.
mental.
Okay.
So a lot of them come with me from brigadiers, major
Wow.
generals to colonels.
Wow.
And some are coming today.
Wow,
Yeah.
lovely.
And wing commanders. I had the only woman wing commander I have ever met in my life.
Really?
What a brilliant, dynamic person she was.
Yeah?
So see, this is what I've learned from my guest house.
Yeah.
Different spheres, armed forces. We've always had a lot of respect for them, but I've learned so much from
But
them.
you've had all nationalities also.
All nationalities. We have hosted people from Iceland, Alaska to Tasmania.
Wow.
I didn't even know there was Tasmania till I started my guest
Wow.
house.
How does your day end?
So my day ends with I'm not a TV fan at all, so maybe hear a bit of the news, debates which are full of fights. And then I'm an early bird, so I normally go off to sleep by 10, 10:15 because I'm up by 6, 6:15.
Looking at Shalini, we feel you don't have to be out of the box successful like KB Singh to do Autumn of Your Life. She's just a normal person and she's made such a, beautiful story,
I don't
Shalini,
know.
we are so
it's-
proud to hear about your story and lovely to have you on the channel.
Thank you for having me here because when I was told about this podcast, I was a bit nervous. I didn't know what podcast is about. I had never spoken. But then I think it just comes out naturally because this is true what I'm sharing.
Lovely, lovely. Anything you'd like to share with our viewers?
The life lessons I've learned that it's never too late in life to start your dreams, to pursue your dreams, to do whatever you wanted to do and you couldn't do. There's no age for it. So I always in my life wanted to be more than a housewife, more than a mother, more than whatever. And when God gave me this beautiful opportunity, I realized
Grabbed
that
it.
everybody can do it.
Yeah.
Why not? If I could do it when I was brought up at, in a conservative home, but where my father brought me up like a son. And if I have that confidence today, it's my salute to him also.
So today we had an amazing podcast with Shalini, who is the brand ambassador for this new series called Planning the Autumn of Your Life. And I will be bringing you in the next days very, very innovative and interesting people who have played a second inning more interesting than the first inning. And I am sure you'll enjoy it. Please press the subscribe button to continue to watch this series. This series, which will be covering the lives of many amazing senior citizens like Shalini, is inspired by the legacy left by my mother, late Dolly Bhatia, who at the age of 62 started her career as the Chief Administrative Officer of ProProfs, helped my brother, who's in USA, set up his company in India with and scaled it up to almost 150 people under her management. She also ran a very successful NGO called Ujala.